Hello, welcome to the after show for Layla the Vampire Slayer, episode 12. How did you think that all went?
I thought we were gonna. There was a lot of moments of potential death.
Yep,
What happened if we went to 0?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know first. I think Josh was gonna have to
it
say.
sounds like our heart would stop based on what happened.
It depends on the stat.
Barnaby.
The general rough average consensus is you would stop breathing.
Okay.
right.
Do you
So,
die?
like, any physical stats stop breathing, any mental stats just like get knocked out essentially.
Kind of worse than knocked out, but like vegetable. But yes.
Right, yeah.
Is that what-
okay.
Janet was. She was like in vegetable state.
Not
She was, like,
exactly.
She was
clinging on.
possessed, right?
She seemed to be able to act and be with it, but she didn't want to act. Because she
Gotcha.
did.
Yeah, that was like a possession, and it's like an aura effect around her that was causing us. So what would happen if I had 3 mental stats and 1 physical stat at
What
0?
was your physical stat would have been? Constitution?
Constitution.
Yeah, your heart would stop beating.
Cool.
Your
think I
mental
dropped out of a
stats,
window.
Willpower. What were the other ones? Willpower, intelligence, and perception?
Intelligence, perception, willpower, and constitution.
Okay. So for perception, you would just become like dead to your surroundings. You wouldn't care about your surroundings. Willpower is you just wouldn't be able to act. You just would see no point at all, and you just give in. That's effectively
You
the main
just go
thing,
to
the thing you're
sleep,
testing
basically.
against.
Like, okay, I'm done.
Barnaby Husk.
Yeah, and then your intelligence is you just wouldn't bother to think. It wouldn't be worth it. There's no point in following any train of thought. So everything would just stop for you.
So me having 1 strength, would 1 fail of that roll been it for me?
Sorry, no. Constitution would have been you stop breathing. Strength would have been your heart stops beating.
Right, good. Yeah, I'm glad I drama pointed every single time I could and got a lucky roll at the start.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you all get
What are
2
the-
drama points for succeeding in a major plot milestone.
Ooh.
Nice. What was the before this 2 that you just got? How many drama points did each of you have? Because you guys spent a lot.
I was down to 9.
I was actually
9.
down to 11.
I was down
How do you
to
have
9.
that many drama points?
You start with 20.
If you're a white hat who has
Not
a full
me.
season,
I think I
heroes start with
started
10 if they have a
12?
full season.
I see.
I've
Robbie
been
started with
desperately trying
3
to
because he only
save
had 3
them this
episodes.
whole time, and slowly I've been losing that fight. And it's episodes like this that are the main cause of that.
Well, here's the problem.
like
You've
at one
spec-
point
you've
this
spec'd
episode, I think
for
I
one
had
thing and one thing
17.
only. You were very good at intelligence. But you went into a willpower situation.
Yep.
And that
A
is
willpower
honestly,
influence situation as well.
that's Imogen's strong suit, I think, is the willpower.
And also an influence situation. And everyone but Robert is at least influence.
Yeah, I put points in
Was this-
influence.
Was this a deliberate choice of like, okay, the willpower tank is away, let's do a willpower based
No,
thing?
this could
So
have happened
that-
at any time. This plot was already ready. It just
Okay,
happened
This is
that it
it would
your
have
worked
been
very
really
well.
boring otherwise. Imogen would have just marched in like, what are you all complaining about? Come on.
Look, Imogen. Imogen would have been storming in
So
like,
sassy.
look, Janet, snap out of it.
Levitates Janet out the building.
Yep.
I was surprised that more stuff didn't get destroyed from the explosions. I was full on expecting like carnage.
Yeah,
Afterward.
I very much limited the effect to like a meter next to people instead of being a proper blast radius. So
Yeah.
there's only like there's be shrapnel damage around, but it would still only be the only things that would be destroyed would be within a meter.
Because
You did a lot of
secretly,
damage, though.
secretly, my one true hope was that Janet was gonna somehow die because of my missiles.
That was an option.
I was secretly hoping just to cause like a lot of strife and a lot of oh fuck.
Yeah.
You've been
I-
learning
I
from
thought
me,
she
I
was
think.
dead from the blast, but she's still
Really
in the
glad you
bed.
got to use them.
Yeah.
How much
I-
experience
I was
did we get?
wondering if you'd be able to pass that test because if you hadn't passed that test, I imagine some of you would have started to stop breathing or stop caring or whatever, and then probably there'd be one of you left, and you'd be left with the option of like, do you just kill her? Because
Oh
Yeah.
god.
otherwise you're going to have issues.
How much XP did we get for this episode?
50?
I would say you can
Maybe
have
lots.
8 XP each.
Fair enough. I'll take that.
Yep. That puts me on 19. It's pretty cool.
I could afford Super Scientist 5 now.
You can rebuild Robbie.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Just get someone else to play me, like play Robbie, like the next guest.
Yeah,
Like
you
a
don't get the
superpowered-
personality matrix quite right.
Yeah. It like gets reset every time the
That'd be
robot
funny.
fails.
It's like Doctor Who, a new person plays. It is so much fun though. I love playing a robot. So they'll just let me be like deadpan and just like oblivious to obvious things, like obvious in my way.
It was so cool. Like both all 3 episodes.
It got very sexual, which I was not expecting.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? You weren't
I wasn't as
You
a
were
robot.
the one bringing it. So.
In this episode, I definitely was bringing it a lot more. Just for
This episode
for the
title has to be
funny.
the full 13 inches. So
Yeah. But like in the first 2 episodes, I was just kind of like, oh, this is becoming this now. Okay, let's go.
I'm like, we're getting Dylan and Josh's players and he is a GM. This is gonna happen. This is how this works.
I didn't do it.
Oh, this is getting very close to calendar territory here, mister.
I'm not even gonna get that reference. That's a Stardew thing.
Yeah. That's
Oh
fine.
my god.
I'm wondering, Dylan, is there anything we didn't see from Robbie? Like,
Honestly not. A lot of the plot points were fed towards the end of episodes. So like it was really tough because the whole point of Robbie is he's kind of a blank slate and he just kind of reacts to his surroundings. So I had to come into it with like obviously the fake backstory that Janet fed him. But other than that, he is nothing because he's just trying to fit in with the students. So he had to say and do whatever was possible to make himself look like a human. And other than that, he has nothing. So it's just kind of like reacting to situations as if
That's good.
I was like any other NPC, like, oh no, oh God, like, you know, no, that's why I was like, I feel like this is a good end to the character arc because there's literally nothing left. There could be more in the future. Like if some other like dynamic, like you could maybe explore him becoming more sentient and like figuring that out. But as his character was and as his robotics allowed him to, this is probably the deepest he could go because like he's not built to like be sentient and know that he's like, he knew he was a robot, but like free thinking is not something that Robbie was built for, like through and through.
What was your favorite part of any of the 3 episodes that you were on?
Oh God, there are so many good ones. I really liked, as cringy as it was, the awkwardness of Barnaby and I like being forced into like a romantic situation when we weren't planning for it at all. Like it was so funny. I was like, oh, okay, I guess we're shipped now. Like I thought we were just gonna have a
it's like on you guys, like no one is forcing you to do that.
I know, but like the situation definitely was like, I mean, we found like a condom and then like Ned walked in and I'm just like, all right, okay, this is cool, I guess. Because I was not prepared for Robbie to have any kind of love interest in this because I was like, it feel weird because he's a robot, but like at the same time, he's also trying to pretend
Robots
to be human.
need love too.
Yeah, like he's like trying to like figure out his feelings, if you will.
I think Barnaby's still trying to figure out his feelings, so
yeah,
he's like, I don't know what I'm into.
I do wish that there was some part, like I don't know why, I just imagined this, like me fighting so much that parts of my body were just getting ripped off, and I would just continue like as if it was nothing. We got a little bit of that with my pinky, but I was like full on expecting like arms to get torn off or like a leg, and I'm just like, let's go, guys, and then like.
Yeah, if
You're
you,
like,
if you passed the survival test or something, I was going to be like, yeah, like one of your arms gets ripped off, but you're still fighting oblivious to it or whatever.
Yeah.
But you went pretty heavily in the negatives there.
Oh, yeah, no, it like screwed me up. I didn't realize my missiles did that much damage. Like, I was like, oh, God.
It's a Super Science level 3 item.
And you fired all 6.
He can only fire all 6. It's a one-time use item.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was all or nothing, and my maker told me to do it. So I was like, all right, well, if I'm gonna kill them, I might as well kill them. Like, make sure they're dead.
No, I thought it was good. It was dramatic.
What your programming is, it's like, okay, most effective way to kill them, turn around, rockets.
Yeah.
In the face.
Exactly.
It was legit. I was just like, what the hell do I do? Like, it wasn't more about me because, like, I could probably maybe take it, but I'm like, but Rob is gonna die.
Oh yeah,
Like,
if
what
I
can I
had
do?
like that plot twist actually turned out really well because I would probably be very dead otherwise. I was on health to start with.
Oh,
And I was like, oh man, I'm gonna take damage, but then I was like, okay, I'm completely okay with taking this damage if that's the case.
Taking 2 rockets and the splash damage of 6 would have killed Rob.
Yeah, so the rockets were 6 of them. They didn't do any damage by themselves. What they did was a success level. They roll 3 times to whoever they hit, and 1 times to anyone within a meter.
Yeah, that's pretty dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So you might want to.
Splash damage alone was 40, right?
40, yeah.
Maybe you'll want to take apart Robbie and figure out how you can get a missile launcher yourself in the future.
Last time Rob tried to get any sort of rocket launcher, it didn't go well for him.
Also, because Robbie's was right there and the missile bay doors were open, that's probably why he took so much damage, because the chest cavity is right in the path of the explosion and it's open.
Yeah,
so
blowing himself up at the same time.
Yeah, his torso's probably got the worst of it.
But see, like, none of his protocols ever say that he has to protect himself. Like, he has no awareness of like his own. Like,
that's true.
Like health.
Talking about the real thing that only took 2 episodes or 2 seasons. Fucking Jambert.
Jambert.
Yeah.
I think he finally realized that there was simply no time for subplots, and Janet would have to be the plots for.
But where does it go from here now?
Mm.
And also, how do we explain this weird phenomena that happened?
Also, she better say she loves you back, otherwise that Cupid's coming.
Yeah. And she can't have that many hit points left.
Yeah.
Oh god.
But what happened in that lab? Like, everyone was like seeing like illusions and like weird stuff.
Oh, was that neurotoxin or whatever?
Yeah. Oh, was it? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
so everybody
we have a
voted for the
bin of
traps.
it.
And the traps were stuff like cutting laser beam, shock
I can
drone,
bring up the
hallucinogen,
list.
bomb,
That makes sense.
decoy person, puzzle.
It was good.
Where's the list?
Hiding the puzzle inside of Janbot.
Stuff that didn't make it in. Saw blade trap.
And it
Stabbing
wasn't
blade
easy.
trap. Poison trap. Anti-tech electric shock drones. Crushing trap. Flooding trap. Flamethrower trap. I think that's
Use the
it.
shock
for
drones.
we did
Use the shock drones.
Oh, those were. Oh yeah, they were actually.
Yeah, they
And
did.
these-
They
these
did
are
plus
the
50%
power
against mechanical
anti-tech?
targets. Yeah,
What
plus
was
50%.
anti-tech?
Plus 15% damage. Plus 50% damage. Robbie took 15. Everyone else took 10. If you'd have put your armor on, they'd have done 15. And they ignore metal armor.
I like the the one of the ones that got through is decoy person. Mahahaha.
I wonder why that one got through.
Hallucinogen trap though won by a country mile. To be fair, everyone loved that.
And
And then
lasers.
cutting laser beam beat decoy person. I'm surprised that decoy person didn't get just all the votes.
I think the hallucination one was good because it just fucks with us so much.
Yeah.
I like the hallucination one because what you do is you lead with the person who's got the hallucination, tell them, and you're like, no, none of you, we'll get to that in a minute. And then they're like, oh no, I'm trying to get away, I'm trying to escape. And I'm like, okay, you push this no. And then you turn to everyone else and you're like, yeah, you just seem lying on the floor going, help me.
I can't breathe.
That's always
breathing.
fun.
I enjoyed it though. It was so much fun, especially like coming into this with very little Buffy the Vampire Slayer knowledge, and then like loving Buffy the Vampire Slayer after like watching a few episodes of it. It was hard to get through, but it was really fun. Had a complete blast. And it felt so much different than all the other Roll4It stuff that I've done. Like, did not feel at all like Avalon. Didn't feel anything like Star Trek. It's like it felt so different. I loved it.
That makes me
But
happy.
now I'm curious to see how everything's connected in the cinematic universe.
Yeah.
We are all in the head of
I don't know.
Darian Chuck.
I wonder if it's
Darian
not a
Chuck.
cinematic universe, if it's in fact just nesty universes. Like,
Well, technically, it's the Roll4It tabletop universe.
Yeah, I guess.
That's the actual legit name. Yeah.
So Avalon is the fan fiction of Imogen in Layla, and Layla is actually the books written by Darian in World of Darkness. And World of Darkness is...
We
I don't know.
know.
We'll find out. What's next?
And we can just pick and choose where Cheese Quest is set.
No, there were references in
Like-
Cheese Quest, right?
Oh,
A couple
actually, there wasn't there something?
There were a couple of.
I thought there was at least one or two. I can't remember.
Was it
what
in
was.
Rosewater? Because I imagine that.
No, I have it. Cheese Quest, the beginning was set in Ida's house.
That does make sense.
Oh.
There was
That's
only one cat. It must have been a while back.
Or maybe
Yeah.
after she's broken her cat addiction in the future.
Oh,
And she dies
that.
of old age.
There
True.
we go.
my favorite part was probably Rob going, "Shut up, narrator voice." I don't know
I
why.
meant to say
I
internal monologue, but I couldn't think of it, so I'm like, that's close enough.
I've been meaning to use that sort of threat for a while. I was really looking forward to it.
It's a good
It
one.
was really cool. We just needed E after the narrator voice thing to just turn to the camera, just like, but he didn't.
Well, the easiest way for you to sort that was to just go straight up the stairs, survive a couple of rolls, open the door, and just shoot.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, because we knew how that would have worked.
Oh, that's the easiest way. You didn't. You held off.
Yeah, it's the piece of cake. Then we just take all the crises.
So
Ever.
I'm curious. Obviously, the plot twist miraculously got rid of the other robot. When was the other robot supposed to come in?
Because you nicked his batteries, he was going to show up, like, coming to the door of the house or something, if it was dramatic, and just run a battery out front when you came out.
Just scare the shit out of us, like, chainsaw.
If it wasn't dramatic, then, and if I didn't have the time, it was going to be like, you hear on the news that the police find some sort of high-tech combat robot, escaped from a military, obviously, or something, in a car park out front of a swimming pool, out of power.
Oh my God.
If it had come up to the house, would we like stepped out and you'd be like, roll initiative. The robot goes first. It shuts down.
I'd have been tempted to. I probably wouldn't because it'd be a waste of a roll and time and stuff, but I'd have been like, there's a robot in front of you. It raises its flamethrower!
Nice.
Because you nicked its battery, so it didn't really have much power left. I had
It
that
was a
on the
good way
cards,
to
but-
plot twist and add it in there.
Oh yeah, I liked it.
I was very worried for a second that we just made it worse again, but then it turned out well. We didn't die.
I did too. I was like, "Oh shit! Oh no!
was
What did I
close.
just do?"
If it had much health left, it would have had to fight you. But it took some damage the previous night. It can only repair so fast. I took some damage off because it had been out fighting demons for a little while. And then it took 40-something, 50 ballistic damage. So yeah, it died dead quick.
Yeah, I think I got it pretty low, and then it ran away, and I couldn't keep
You
up
didn't get
with
it that low because it has 10 armor against bashing or slicing. So anytime you punched it, you were doing, like, a flat punch for you is 16 plus successes. So you were doing 6 plus successes, in fact. But you did some damage. You injured it like a third, and a third was its level of, you know, I'm not really getting anywhere with this person, so I'm going to go home and repair. And then a third plus it healed a tiny bit, and then I would say, you know, it's been out a bit more. It's going to take a little bit more damage. Plus 50. Yeah, it's just about it. Give or take,
You
you know,
still
5
have-
points.
fish demons to deal with as well.
Yeah, there.
Oh, don't worry. This machine wiped out most of the fish demons pretty well.
Okay.
Yeah, there weren't that many demons as well. You were saying that, like, on my watches, I wasn't finding many vampires and stuff too.
Yeah, it had been
Well,
killing
it's
them.
'cause
It was
the
kinda
demons
helping
were
me,
very
but-
Yeah.
small.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. If you'd left it to its devices and it had enough power, it would have continued to help you, provided you didn't go anywhere near it. It just has an issue with anything it deems aberrant.
Yeah,
And it
which
thinks that a Slayer is a
it
demon.
thinks I'm demon.
Because sort of, kind of true. So.
Well, we haven't uncovered that in the Layla
Well,
series
yeah,
yet.
we don't know that. But
We don't know that.
Like, does that have the same, or did it have the same programming as Robbie, so that if Layla was designated a friend, then she would no longer be in danger?
Robbie was.
It
I was
doesn't
specifically.
understand friend. It is a very crude programming. It doesn't have friend or anything.
Okay, so it wasn't as well programmed as Robbie.
No. It doesn't
Is
have
that-
the same. It's pure
Yeah.
combat, that one. Robbie's a half and half. Like, he's meant to be around you to protect you. that was her way of being like, look, I don't really want to get involved with your fight, etc. But I'll make this guy to hang around you and protect you because I care about you.
Yeah.
What was the Janet bot's job?
In case she needed a decoy, like someone's going to try and murder her or something.
Oh,
In case
fair
she
enough.
needed to explode.
And so she'd put a really easy puzzle to defuse the bomb.
Hanoi with four layers.
I wanted to make it something other than just roll intelligence super. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you did.
I
it
like
again.
It's fair. It's better than just making a roll.
No, people were pogjamping over Bentham being able to do it so quick.
If I'd never seen that puzzle before, then that would have been a panicky moment.
Yeah, we would have been blown up probably.
But Black and White is an awesome game and has that in it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's great.
You get like a really good. Is it the lightning or the rain power miracle you get from doing the Tower of Hanoi?
Oh,
I can't
yeah.
remember. It's like it's halfway through like the second island, and
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a really
forget what it does.
powerful attack miracle you get from that.
I think
I
it's
know, it's
lightning
just
or
funny
something.
because it's somebody's tower and they're like in it as you're moving it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Hey,
this
what
Black
are you
and White 2 or
doing?
Black and White 1?
One.
I haven't played 1.
Yeah. One's good.
One's the good one.
Shit, it's great.
Yeah.
The second one focuses too much on combat.
Yeah.
I could
felt
never
I- I
finish
heard
it.
that,
It
and
always
it's like,
bugged out
that's
on
not-
me.
Yeah, combat's not like the point, I thought.
Yeah.
I never finished one either because my save game broke so that I could only make one save ever and then load from that one save. And then it
Oh.
turned out I just needed to put it in compatibility mode, but I didn't work that out for about 8 years. So
Oh no, mine bugged out so that at the very final one, when your creature gets cursed, the curse bugged out, so my creature just kept on shrinking until it was like the same size as a person. It was, and then I broke
Island
the
where it gets
curse, and it
frozen,
never got any
or-
bigger. What was that?
That's
the
cute.
island where it gets frozen or the one after that?
It's the one where it gets frozen, and
There's another island after that.
yeah, it's like cursed in the final island.
Okay, I
Or
can't
maybe
remember
that
much
was the
because
bug.
I
I
barely
don't-
ever got to the final island. All I remember at the final island is everything's on fire, everyone's dying, help.
Oh, because the final one goes back to the first, doesn't it?
Yeah, and everything's on
No,
fire.
it
now.
was the penultimate island then.
I remember
Black and White
it's-
is an awesome game, and you
Go
should play it,
play
but
it.
you can't because it's not available anywhere. You
No,
can
it's on
only get-
GOG, isn't it?
Is it?
Probably.
If it is, I'm getting it right now.
Like,
I'm
probably. GOG
I
have a
still
lot
own
of
the
that.
CDs of it. Like I have. There's also DLC for the.
I'm pretty sure you could
I've
get
got the
it.
CDs right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the
Along
disc
with-
still, but it doesn't like work properly on.
Fuck ton of GameCube games.
I
It doesn't
remember in
work
Black
on-
and
on
White
Windows
2,
10.
like the second level, they're meant to teach you about combat, and they're like, right, send your army down to destroy this town. But I figured out that the boulders you had, because the town is lower than you and down in
Yo.
the valley, you could actually just
Yo.
fling the boulders, and they go pling, 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 smash.
That was combat in the first game, throwing boulders and sending your creature to cast fireball at them.
It's like
then
to
they
get
added-
people to believe, like throwing a rock would get like one belief. So I just be like, how many rocks do I have? Just pew, 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 pew. I just watch them sailing overhead. Like I think God's real.
Just
Then
a
the second
little bit
one-
though.
The second one had that terrible like animal versus animal click combat.
Yeah.
Where you just clicked parts of their limbs, and that's
The,
where
the
you're.
first one had that
Yeah,
as
the
well.
first one had that.
Yeah,
it was
but the
bad.
second one like really focused in on it. Like
Yep.
in order to like unlock stuff, you had to like beat other ones in combat. At least in the first one, you could like use miracles and stuff to get around having to actually do a lot of that stuff.
It's not
Yeah,
on GOG.
I checked,
Sorry.
and it's not there. You can't get it anywhere. Like someone owns the rights and hasn't ported
Yeah.
it to be
Well, it's
functional on
because
Windows
EA
10.
and Bullfrog, that whole mess nonsense was a bit wonky. Because then
Probably
it went
find
to
it at, like,
Lionhead.
Thrift store or something like that.
Not Bullfrog,
Yeah,
Lionhead.
maybe.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Peter,
Lionhead,
Peter
yeah.
fucking
It's
Lionhead.
like whoever's in charge of that IP, just sell it again. You'll make all the money. It's the best game.
Let's bring it back.
Yeah,
People
probably
are really-
Peter
they
Molyneux
just
still, because
love
he doesn't like giving
their
up his
IPs, man.
IPs, but
If it's Peter Molyneux, then he's an idiot.
he is.
Making,
He is an
he is
idiot,
an
though.
idiot.
It's like, oh no,
Like,
no
he's
one wants
just
to
a
play
rich
black
idiot.
and white. They want to
He's-
play this new Goddess DLC I'm making.
Yeah,
Everyone
precisely.
Or
cares
Fable 12.
Yeah, like seriously, he's just
The tree works this time.
I think they're making another Fable game as well.
Yeah, they are.
Like, I'm barely certain it's being made in a town like 10 minutes.
You know
away
what you
from me.
need? You need more Fable games with binary decisions that bring the end on you
They're
very
making
suddenly
them.
and make you have to choose between burning down an orphanage or making your entire industry only orphanages. Nothing in between. Just more of that, please. And surprisingly, the game ends. You get
That
to
sounds
decision,
great.
and it skips to
Like-
the 6 months, and then the game ends. That's just what they need to do. More of that. I hated the last Fable game. Fuck that game.
Just
Yeah, I
child
did too.
labor sounds great.
I didn't like the last one, but I do like the Fable series.
Oh, the second
I
one was
just-
fun. The third one was just trash.
I just
Utter
hated how
trash.
like terrible the moral decisions were. It was
Yeah.
either you were really, really good or really, really bad.
But you
There
were
was
so
one-
good that you were like, you know what? This entire valley full of minerals we need, let's just leave it alone. Let's turn it into Wildlife Park. You couldn't be like, right, demons are coming in a year. Let's mine it for a year, then turn it into Wildlife Park. No. One or the other.
Yeah.
And then I was like, right, I'm going to make some bad decisions here, and I'm going to do good decisions nearer to the end. And I got to like 6 months before the end, and I went, right, I'll make a bad decision here. 6 months' time. Wait, what? Demons come! You will die.
Yeah,
Well,
the
fuck
first
you.
one had way more interesting decisions.
Yeah.
Like,
I like the second one because you could skip the entire boss fight by shooting the boss when he's monologuing. Because it's at the end, he's like, I was just like, I'm a gunslinger. Bang! Huh. Yay!
I love that we got off track and we started talking about black and white.
It's the usual. It's the
Yeah.
role play.
Anyway, thank you very much for enjoying the Roll4It way. This is the end of our episode 12 after show. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much to Dylan for coming along and making Xanatic 3 episodes.
love you, Dylan.
Imogen has come back to a dumpster fire, but that's pretty standard.
Hey, come on.
A dumpster fire and a hot girlfriend. Okay.
Hey,
So,
I've got an alien egg in the back of my head. Can you fix it?
Robert, there is a very weird sensation coming from your head.
Oh dear. Yeah, that's happening. Was the alien egg also depressed?
You don't know, but it's
Oh,
feels
God.
weird.
What's even the point of hatching? We're all just gonna die anyway.
So thank you for everyone watching, and until next time, may the dice roll over.
Mm.